Greetings. Greetings. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone into a profession or done a job that you thought you would never, ever do and then absolutely fell in love with it? Now, clearly there's bumps in the road, but overall just really enjoyed it? Okay. I have to tell you my story. It's very entertaining. It's real, but it's also, if I can inspire anyone out there and encourage people, that's what I'm here for. My name's Henry Caudle. I'm a 20 plus year educator. I have been in the realms of administrator, but my first love and joy is teacher. And when I say that my path into teaching was one of the most unorthodox ways, you have to understand that this was not really in my vision at all. Okay, so I have a few things that I just like to disclaim. This is my first video doing this. I'm not really nervous. I'm just sort of excited, but I want you guys to go along this journey with me. And please, if it resonates with you, if you feel something, get at me. Let me know what you think, and we can work through and go through this journey together. But first things first, let me talk about how I stumbled upon education. I had just graduated. I'll never forget, graduated on a Saturday. It was a beautiful Saturday. Graduated on a Saturday. No job offers, nothing really down the pipeline. I went back home to stay with my parents. Well, I give my parents the nickname the General and the Colonel because they were always on it. And when I came back home, the General, my dad, would always make a beeline to me and almost really harassed me and bullied me into employment. And he also really harassed me and bullied me into getting my own apartment, which I'm thankful for now, but not then. I had an attitude, okay? He said, why don't you go be a substitute teacher? Absolutely not. I know how I treated subs, didn't give them really respect. But then also too, if I were to be a sub, I'm in my early 20s. I don't know if I could take any kind of flip talk from a 15, 16-year-old or high school student who might be as tall as me. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to end up on the news, but I didn't really think it was a good idea. So I disregarded it. But soon after the fact, couldn't really find any steady employment. So I said, you know what? Okay, I'll go ahead and be a long-term sub. And this is when the story went sideways for good. When I became a long-term sub, that meant two things for me. I knew where I was going to work, and that meant a steady check. Those are two pluses in my life right now. But the one thing I didn't know is what exactly would I be doing? I went in thinking I was going to be a substitute. You know how we used to have subs back in the day. You go in there, pop in a movie, take attendance, bide out your time. At 3 o'clock, you beat the kids, out the parking lot. That's what I planned. That's what I envisioned. That was most certainly not what happened. And so let me just tell you that when I got my assignment, it was a long-term sub. They did not tell me the caveats or the asterisks. They might not have told other people, but, I was inquisitive and I had a lot of questions. So I'll never forget my first day going into the front office, walking through the hallway. Some students were taller than me and everything. I'm 6'3". So I walked through to the front office and I say, hey, hello, my name's Henry Caudle. I'm here to report. And the front office lady looked at me and says, oh, so you're the new one. That's never good, right? And I knew it was never good, but I needed the employment. I was like, yes, ma'am, here, ready to report. I'm here for my student. Now, come to find out, instead of me being a long-term sub, I was going to be a student aide for one particular student with special needs, right? I didn't know anything outside of what I'd seen, what I've heard about in special needs. Had a couple friends who had their siblings were special needs, but I didn't know any terminology. I didn't know any strategies. I didn't really know what to do. So when I knew that I was going to be a special ed student aide, everything in my mind was, okay, are they in a wheelchair? Are they in a walker? Can I be able to communicate with them? I didn't know anything from anything. Right when I was going through all the scenarios in my mind, burst through the door a ball of energy, and that was my student. And I was like, oh, okay. Y'all, I didn't know what to expect, right? So when you don't know what to expect, of course you're going to think the worst. Of course you're going to think the most egregious. Of course you're going to think everything like that. But what I have to tell you is that our journey, changed my life and also their life forever. So I want you guys to come on this journey with me. Definitely click and subscribe because I'm going to get into exactly what transpired And hopefully I can, like I said, inspire some people, but you will definitely want to go on this ride with me. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. This is my first one. I have many. And one thing about me, I actually won a storytelling contest in the 6th grade. And so I can tell stories and they were 100% true. Entertaining now, not then, but now, but definitely follow along with me and we'll make this journey together. All right, my name is Caudle. I'm signing out. Check in for the next video.